Hello and welcome back to another of my episodes of Discography DIY. Today I'm looking into ACF50, which is an anti-corrosive formula that was specially designed for the aerospace industry to protect aircraft from existing and new corrosion. It is approved for ferrous and non-ferrous metals, electrical systems, electronic components and engines. It's supposed to stay active for up to 12 months after application, and it's supposed to be an excellent lubricant where it does not contain wax, silicone, Teflon or water. Sounds really good for a price of £25 that I had to pay for this nearly 1 litre bottle, right? Well, I kind of need to see that for myself, so I'll do a little test. I have 2 steel nails and few galvanized screws. I'll treat half of them with ACF50 and the other half will stay untreated. I'll then leave those to the elements outside for the winter, and in spring we shall see if there is any difference. But look, if it's any good to the aerospace industry, it should be good enough for my bike too, right? Especially if the bike is not going to be facing any harsh winter elements and gritted roads. It will be, however, stored in a typical British garage that is not exactly warm and cozy during the winter months and gave my bike some rash before. Well, let's do it then. It has been recommended to me to use this Flaresol bottle instead of the one that came with the product. It's supposed to create a nice mist and help dispensing the product evenly. I thought it might be worth a try. The viscosity of ACF50 is quite thick, so I'll let my bottle stand in the warm water for 10 minutes or so, which should make it thinner and easier to apply. So let's prepare the bike. First I wash my bike thoroughly. All the cracks and crevices need to be spotless clean, so the ACF50 can adhere to the treated surface, not to the dirt left behind. Then the bike needs to be completely dried off. Now I can introduce some control measures which will help me with the amount of mess I leave on my driveway, but more importantly to prevent spraying any of the stuff onto my brakes and tires, which could end up with a disaster. Now to the application. The formula needs to be laid in a thin layer, ensuring it reaches all the tight spots, cracks and crevices. This is why I've decided to give a go to a Flaresol bottle, which is working great at the moment. Well, it's a sort of a hit and miss. Let me know what you think in the comments. Just try to reach all the areas of the bike systematically from one end to the other, the best you can. ACF50 should have strong capillary action. It should creep into all the areas that moisture can, and it should actively push it out, replacing it with protection. Don't forget to reach any areas under the seat and even electrics. It is safe to do so and it will prevent any exposed contacts from oxidizing. It looks like the Flaresol bottle has finally given up, and I'll have to manage with the one that came in a pack. I can see why this should be substituted though. Once I'm done, I'll let it sit for about 30 minutes and let it creep in. Now I take a rag, soak up any excess and try to spread the formula evenly. I'll try to go over areas I might have missed or where it was too difficult to reach. I work my way around the bike. It will form an ultra-thin clear layer that should kill any existing corrosion and protect against any new forming. Notice how it instantly improves the looks of all the plastics. They look brand new. Right, we're nearly done. Let's start the bike, let it warm up and let it burn off. It will smoke for the first 10 minutes or so, but there is nothing to worry about. Now the bike is ready for its winter hibernation and I can return back to my little test. Let's cover one half that needs to stay untreated with the bag and treat the other with ACF50. After letting it sat for a while, I'll soak up with a rag and wipe off any excess. And that's it. I'll now place it on this wall and leave it there through the winter all the way until the spring. Revisiting after 3 weeks, we had a bit of snowfall. As you can see, it's working its magic. The difference is quite apparent. Yeah, the steel nail is covered in rust, but the zinc-plated screws are not expected to rust. But notice the wood screw on the right is forming some oxidization, whereas the treated one is not. And this is exactly what was happening to my bike when not treated last year. Let's rewind the time to the spring now and take a look. Oh well, don't expect riding your bike through the winter with only a single application of ACF50, as it will wash off, that's all I gotta say. On the other hand though, when we take a look at the back, it can be noted there is definitely less corrosion on the treated nail comparing to the one that has not been treated. This proves the stuff is working, but perhaps needs to be applied more frequently. So what about my bike though? It's been sat in a damp garage for over 3 months. Well, I reckon it looks pretty good. What do you think? Perhaps it needs a good wash, but I can't see any rush on it. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share or subscribe, as it really helps me to create more.